Today on Security Briefs, we conclude our Secure Connections series. If you found this series and this podcast to be helpful, please share it both with other missionaries and with supporters. Over the past several episodes, we've talked about transparency and trust, context, storytelling, social media, technical security, crisis communication, prayer, expectation, and language. But all of those conversations point to one final truth. Secure connection is not the responsibility of one side. It is shared. Missionaries cannot carry it alone. Supporters cannot assume it happens automatically. Healthy partnership requires intentional cooperation. So today, we're going to talk about becoming security allies. First, to our missionary friends, it's easy to feel like security is your burden alone. You're the one in the sensitive context. You're the one navigating risk. But secure connection requires proactive leadership. Don't assume supporters understand your communication boundaries. Teach them. Explain your context level. Clarify terminology. Define what should not be reposted. Communicate preferred channels. When you educate supporters, you're not creating distance, you're creating trust. And remember, security is not only about avoiding danger, it's about sustaining longevity. Clear expectations today prevent misunderstandings tomorrow. And now to our supporters and churches. You're not passive participants in missions, you're partners. And that means you share responsibility for protecting the work. Security allyship looks like this: resisting the urge to overshare, respecting communication boundaries and asking before posting, trusting when details are limited, praying consistently, encouraging faithfulness. Some churches have even designated a single communications liaison, someone who understands the missionary's context and filters public communication carefully. That kind of intentionality communicates something powerful. We are with you, and we will protect this work alongside you. As a matter of fact, this entire series was precipitated by a church reaching out to me, asking me some of the very questions that were answered in these last 10 episodes. They wanted to know how to serve their missionaries well and how best to communicate with them and support them. It also came out of a desire by missionaries to know how best to communicate with their supporters, who they love. So what's our shared principle? Ecclesiastes tells us that two are better than one. In missions, that is not only true in the field, it's true between field and sender. Secure connection is not built on suspicion, it's built on trust, clarity, and humility. When missionaries communicate wisely and supporters respond faithfully, partnership becomes resilient, and resilience sustains long-term ministry. So here's some of today's practical takeaways. Missionaries, choose one clear communication boundary you have not yet explained, and teach it proactively. Supporters, have a conversation this month about how your church can better steward communication. Secure connection is not accidental. It's cultivated. And when both sides carry the responsibility, the work is strengthened. Now you know. And thank you for joining us here on Security Briefs for Secure Connections. We'll see you next time with a new series on Security Briefs.